Sunday, June 15th. I'm getting out early. Change the tire. So I'm out testing that. It's about 8 o'clock. See how it goes. This is the third time I've changed a tire on this bike. And every time I've tried to seat the bead, I never hear the pop. So it's all lined up, all the, that line there, whatever they call it. It looks good. Always a little scared at first. Jeez, I filled it up to like 60. I bounced it around on the driveway. So I'd be very surprised if it didn't seat. I deflated it, looked at it, looked like it was seated. I had a hell of a time getting the old one off. I never had to use a bead breaker. I have I forget what those are called, those bead breaker tire levers. Bead Pro or something like that. Never had to use them, but I'm glad I had them yesterday. I think they were stiff getting off and stiff getting on. I think it's because it wasn't very sunny yesterday. I didn't really have a chance to heat up the tire. I normally heat them up in the sun. That works really, really well. Makes them more pliant. Oh, look at the kitty. Oh, he's got something. She probably, female cats are much better hunters. Although the last cat we had, he was a barn cat. He was a hell of a hunter. One thing I've been using the last couple times I did it was, I don't know what they call it, the tire stem puller. Stem puller, I think it is. It works really good. Really good. I think the main reason I don't film me doing it, because I have my own way of doing things, and I think that it could be helpful to other people. Things that I find that work a little bit better than what's on the internet. The main reason I don't film is because the kids are always, bothering me, and that's really the main reason. I'm going to blame the kids. What a terrible father on Father's Day. Now I gotta change the oil. I'm gonna order an oil kit online, because the place I normally go to get oil and filters is in Laconia, and it's bike week, and I'm not dealing with that. I like Harleys, and a lot of people that ride Harleys are fine. But there's that cringy, wannabe badass Harley culture that is really too bad. I saw one guy the other day, and he's pulling out of a gas station with a cigarette in his mouth. How do you smoke a cigarette on a motorcycle? Is it only badasses can do that? It's like. Anyway, tire seems pretty good. Going 50 on a dirt road. I didn't have to do it. I had a lot of life left. I could have gotten probably 4,000 miles out of that other tire, which is pretty good, man. For my weight, I'm happy with that. If you notice, it smells like a nice new tire. If you notice the castle nuts here on the left, looking at the bike from the back, castle nuts on the left instead of the right. It's on the drive side instead of the brake side. Why is that? Well, because the hardest part of getting this tire back on is aligning the caliper frame there with the bearing and the this tensioner mechanism. That's the hardest part. For me, that takes up the most time. It stops me up the most. Whereas everything else, I pretty much go along at a good clip. So I saw someone suggest on a forum, I think it was a forum, might have been YouTube comments, I don't know. They said try putting the axle in from this side. So that way you can grab all this junk, get it all aligned on that axle, and then slide it through. Other than that, it's really just about patience. You know, these were really hard to get off. The bead breakers, I had to just do little at a time, like here, there, on both sides. I had to break the bead on both sides. Even with my weight on it, it wouldn't break, so it was pretty crazy. And putting it on, they were really, really stiff. I wish I had one of those Baja no pinch tools. But, you know, learn about your drop center. That's the most important thing. Your drop center is the center of the rim, right? You get that bead in there, it gives you a lot more space, gives you a lot more slack on the other edge of that tire. There's videos about that, so I don't need to address it too much. But yeah, those are my tips. Take your time. You can visually inspect that tube while you're putting you can just feel around, make sure you're not catching it, and you're fine. I've never pinched a tube. Just feel around when you got those spoons in there and make sure you're not pinching it. I think a little at a time. Get yourself a bead buddy. Definitely get a bead buddy. Oh my gosh. I would never do this without a bead buddy. Nice cool morning. This is all rocks here. Occasionally they do lay some dirt down, but I guess not this year. They're really running behind on the dirt this year. I don't know if they're cutting back or what. This is getting pretty lousy. Oh, not shit. Oh man, I think I just ran over shit. I gotta go check my back wheel now. I don't want it kicking shit up on me. I don't smell shit. I think luckily I did miss it. Tried to miss it. I got the Carlsbad on this morning. It was about 56 when I woke up. Pretty crazy, eh? Middle of June. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, I never saw them parked there before. I got a camp of bikers over there. It's pretty cool. I would say the tire change was a success. This is good. It's really not hard to do. I don't know why people make such a big deal out of it. Especially if you've ever changed a bike tire, it's the same thing, just bigger and heavier and a lot stiffer. I just changed a tube on my mountain bike a couple weeks ago. I didn't even need tools. Just it was so easy. I don't know. Like again, I see people like, oh, what do I need to change? Oh, you need to get this. It's like a mountain bike. What? Just put on a pair of work gloves and bend it, stretch it. I had to spray paint my frame a little bit in the front there. Got the paint scratched. So I use that, oh goodness. I use that Rust-Oleum rust converter. It works because the frame is black, so. Let's see how our sheep are doing today. There's our dog. I don't like to bother them too much because then the owners get nervous. I don't know if they live alongside here, but I saw a big dog yesterday at the food truck. It's called a Kia. Big, beautiful boy. 9 months old, and he was gigantic. Had absolutely no manners, though. I hope they train him. He loved playing with the kids. He got all whiny when we sat at the table away from him. Just wanted to keep playing with the kids. Dogs are great. Good dogs. Not all dogs are good. I'm not going to get into too many opinions about that because I know that offends people across the board, but you got to have a job for your dog. That's all I'm going to say about it. Don't get a dog just to lay around the house. It's not going to be a good dog. Some people will say there's no such thing as a bad dog, just a bad owner. There's a lot of truth to that, but there are some dogs that were just bred for stuff that's not really compatible with, kids and people. The question is why do you need a dog like that? If you do, acknowledge that that it's that type of dog, and don't pretend it's like a family dog. These people have sheep. So what do you do with sheep? Just use them for their yarn? Do you sell the yarn? Do you make lots of sweaters? What do you do? I think you can make cheese from sheep, maybe? Sheep cheese, yeah. I think I've had that. I think my parents used to make that. Parents mostly made goat cheese or just regular cow cheese, They had the cheese baskets. Man, that was good cheese, though. The best part about making your own stuff like wine and cheese, sausage, prosciutto. So my parents used to make sausage too and dry that. They used to make prosciutto. I told the story. The way my grandfather and my dad used to make prosciuttos, they would take it. I think it was like I don't know if it was a tenderloin or whatever, a big cut of pork. Wrap it in a towel, put boards over it, and run it over with the car a few times. That's how they would get all the water out of it. true story. um, but the great thing about making all your own stuff like that is you get to try it at all the different stages. So cheese, for instance, you get to have it when it's soft. You get to have it when it's like starting to congeal more, dry out more. You get to have it, and then you get to have it when it's aged. So you get to try it at all the different stages, and it's different and good at all the different stages. I remember my grandfather used to make the strongest wine. It was legendary among the neighbors and friends. They'd have come over. It was just like, woo! It was good. It was excellent. I remember it. When I first had like a good Sangiovese, I was like, this is exactly how my grandfather used to make it. It was legit. There it is, all nice and new. Here's the old one. There's still some good meat on there. Some people would be like, oh, no way, I would have changed that at 2,000 miles. Get out of here. So there's still enough meat to put studs in it. That's all.